Well, good morning, kind folks. And if it's not the morning when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, and good day, sir, ma'am, madame. I wanted to share this little thought, an idea that I learned from Seth Godin. If you're in sales, I'm sure you probably already know it and have been trained on it, but I just had to share it because it literally blew my mind. It's a pretty cool trick, and it's one that Seth Godin brought up in his podcast, Akimbo. You should totally check it out. It's totally worth at least one listen for you. Really insightful guy. But it's something that he learned from Zig Ziglar many years ago. It's something that Zig created over 50 years ago. And it's this idea of sales. And again, let me give you an example of it and then explain it a little bit and how you can apply it. So let's just say you're trying to buy a car from me and you say, hey, Paul, I like this car, but I don't really like the color. I want it in fuchsia. Well, hey, great. We have fuchsia right over here. And then you look at that, hey, you know what, you're right, it's the same car, it's the right color, but it's a little too expensive. Well, hey, we have last year's model on the other side of the lot, same color, which is crazy, and it's about $7,000 less. How does that sound? Well, I wanted little eyelashes to go over the front headlights to make it look like it has eyes. And you give all of these different excuses because there's a couple conversations happening here. One, I'm trying to sell you a car based on facts and what is going on, but you're trying to go on one where you're thinking, really, do I believe I need this car? Do I really want this car? I don't know. I'm just going to kind of see what I can get with this whole sales process. And so you start, bringing up these little hesitations. And what I really need to do is reverse that conversation. And let's go back to the very beginning. And you said, hey, Paul, I like this car, but I want the color fuchsia. I should respond in this. Well, what if I could get you this car in the color fuchsia? Would you buy it? And it's this idea of the what if, and then you follow up, would you buy it? It changes the conversation. It actually puts the onus, it actually puts the ownership of this conversation and you actually buying or not buying this car back on you. It's not me, the salesman, trying to sell you anything. It actually says, hey, no, so-and-so, if I get you this, what if I could get you this? Would you purchase that? Because then it brings the conversation where it actually needs to be around facts. You're going to buy it or you're not. Not this one on belief of, I think I'm going to buy it if you give me all these right things. So in sales, you need to start asking those kind of questions. Ask the good questions which get to the heart of the matter. So if you're in supply chain logistics, it's, hey, what if I could get you this truck at $1.30 a mile? Would you use me as one of your carriers? Hey, what if I could offer you incredible communication? Would you use me as one of your carriers? And so I actually have seen this conversation play out time and time again. And as I learned this tripping technique, it's like a million conversations started running through my mind. And I realized that it's been used on me. But my response has always been this, you know what, hey, I'm glad you could potentially meet this price, but we have a great relationships with our other carriers. And just because you're offering me the same $1.30 on this lane doesn't mean I'm going to get you anything because I don't have the capacity and I don't want to rob from Peter to pay Paul. So to me, my conversation is generally based around facts, but I know that I get caught in this other one of beliefs. I know I'm not perfect, but I wanted to bring this idea up to you, the young sales professional, or you, the young professional, you, the young salesperson, and say, ask the question, flip it on the customer and say, what if I could get you X? Would you buy it? Would you use me? Switch it around, flip it, and reverse it. Just wanted to give that little tip, little trick that I learned from Seth Godin from listening to his podcast, Akimbo. Go check it out. But more importantly, if you like this video, if you found value in this video, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'd love to give you more and more content around this to help you, the young sales professional, to help you, the young sales individual, grow your sales, increase your impact, and know what opportunity to choose. Thanks so much. Deuces. Bye.